Hi, welcome back to Maximum Potential Schooling. I'm Zane Hoare, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that you do very often throughout the day. In fact, you probably do it around 23,000 times per day, roughly 16 times per minute, without even thinking about it. And that's the idea of breathing. And today we're going to talk to you about a targeted deep breathing strategy that we're going to use throughout the Maximum Potential Schooling program. And that is the idea of box breathing. Okay, and box breathing works a little bit like this. If we use 4 seconds as our example, or a count of 4, with box breathing, you breathe in for a count of 4, you then hold your breath for a count of 4, you breathe out for a count of 4, and you hold your breath for a count of 4, and then you cycle through that continuously for a given amount of time. And the reason that we want to use this within Maximum Potential Schooling is there's been a lot of research done lately into breathing and particularly into the benefits of deep breathing. Many of you will know, or when you experience stress or you get scared or any of those sorts of feelings, that one of the first things that happens is your breath starts to shorten and you start to panic breathe, shallow breaths. Often you'll have heard the saying, hey, take a deep breath and settle down. And that's where this comes in, because some of the benefits of deep breathing are a reduction in anxiety levels, stabilization of blood pressure, an increase in energy levels, muscle relaxation, and then also a decrease in stress levels. So that idea of breathing actually helps to calm us down and put us into a better frame of mind. Now, with our Maximum Potential Schooling program, what we're aiming to do is put you in the best state you can be to deal with difficult situations that might occur, and to have you in the best sort of learning state that you can be, so that you can maximise your potential, or best performance state, because obviously we can take this breathing activity and we can use it away from school, and we can look at sort of extracurricular activities as well. And we use box breathing also as our introduction into meditation and mindfulness. Mindfulness in terms of the idea that we're focusing on that breath and we're focusing on that count, and we're having, ignoring all other distractions that are going on, so that we can stay with the rhythm of the breath and with the count of the breath. And also the idea of meditation in terms of as we get more experienced with the box breathing, removing the idea of holding the breath for a count, but actually holding the breath while you say your mantra. Obviously, as part of this week's mental toughness lessons, or part of this week's mind lessons, you'll see there's a mantra making activity. And that mantra is something that we use in a couple of activities that we use this month. Here is where you can use one of them. So the idea of repeating your mantra every time you have a hold moment in our box breathing. So why don't we run through just a cycle of 3, just 3 cycles of the box breathing, and we'll work on a 4-second hold. So I'll lead you and count you through and tell you when to breathe and when to hold. So, ready? And let's breathe in. And hold. And out through the nose. And hold. And in through the nose. And hold. And out through the nose. And hold. And in. And hold. And out. And hold. And that is a cycle of just 3 cycles there of box breathing as an example for you. Now, you can change the number of the length of the breath and the length of the hold to whatever you're comfortable with. You could 3 seconds if you found the 4 difficult, 5 seconds if you found the 4 easy. But just to get something that you're comfortable with and to cycle through that breath. And we're going to ask you in Maximum Potential Schooling, we're going to ask you to use this twice a day. So you'll use the box breathing method as part of your evening ritual, which is also explained in the mind section of Maximum Potential Schooling. There's an evening ritual where you'll be asked to do 3 minutes of box breathing, and the idea with that is that it slows you down and it centers you and it gets you focused, ready for the second part of that evening ritual. And we're also going to ask you to do 5 minutes of box breathing every morning. So when you wake up in the morning, just to spend some time to just sit and just breathe through a cycle of 5 minutes. Now, if you can't fit the 5 minutes in, maybe you shorten that to 3, but I think it should be pretty easy to find 5 minutes of your day just to sit and focus on just breathing correctly. Now, the other great thing about box breathing is it's perfect as a sort of a spot practice. So if you find yourself in the day, if you've got a test coming up and you feel yourself getting a little bit worked up, box breathing for a few minutes will help to calm those nerves. If you've got a big sports performance that day, a few minutes of box breathing before you start, or even some box breathing while you're out on the field just to help slow you down and calm you and center you, would be perfect. If you have a big music recital or a big dance performance or any of your extracurricular activities, box breathing can be really beneficial in calming you. Okay, so the idea of box breathing, 5 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the evening as part of your evening ritual, and as a spot practice throughout the day, potentially squeezing in a couple more times. Good luck, train hard, and as always, if you have any queries, don't forget to email us, please, enquiries@mpschooling.com. Thank you.